G.I. Joe section here, circa 1964 and on, because of course, you know, my interests run all the way back to the original G.I. Joe. I collected stuff from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and a little bit into the 90s, and not so much modern stuff, dabbled in it a little bit, but recently I've been trying to rebuild primarily on the ARAH era stuff. I do always try to keep an eye out for the 60s and 70s. It's not easy. Actually, none of it is easy anymore, as it's become more and more popular. The domestic stuff, the foreign versions of G.I. Joe and its incarnations, and the documentary, The Toys That Made Us, didn't help. It made it a lot harder on a lot of toy genres. Prices shot up on G.I. Joe and Masters of the Universe and My Little Pony even. You know, it brought more people into it, but those are more like speculative collectors as opposed to people that really love the product, that really are deep into the nostalgia of it. But anyway, today we're putting in 2 more ARAH era pieces, and these were actually a gift. Somebody gave these to me, and that is the Cobra Adder vehicle, and these are not sealed. The boxes are intact though, because you see that the point, the flag point, is still there, which is rare. Very often when you see open boxed anything G.I. Joe, that flag point is missing, because people could mail it away for things, obviously. But this is the, again, the Cobra Adder, which is basically a little missile truck.
Hold it still. I'm a zoom in on that thing. Free Super Trooper.
Oh yeah, they had the Super Trooper offer. I remember that. Those are hard to find now in decent shape because the chrome came off of them. But this is from a little later in ARAH. This is from like 1988, if I remember correctly. And it's another impractical Joe vehicle, because you see the guy is sitting down on this sled, and I guess the backblast from those missiles launching off the back of the truck aren't supposed to affect that guy at all. I guess he just holds his breath and bears the flames for a few seconds, because that doesn't make any sense. But most of the G.I. Joe vehicles are kind of like that. If they were real vehicles, they'd be extremely dangerous to operate, because they almost kind of look like military vehicles. And you know, I can open this up, and you see there's a Ziploc bag with your 2 missiles and the stand, and the clip is in there. And then you've got the vehicles, or the vehicle, which is just this, and that clips on here, just like that. And the guy lays, like I was saying, he lays down in this sled and then shoots missiles right over the top of his head. Pow! Just like that. And then of course here are the original blueprints, which is a very unique aspect to the G.I. Joe ARAH era. I used to love these as a kid. I thought this was a great idea, the blueprints. You know, it's basically instructions on how to put it together, and then information about the vehicle itself. And that's something that really made ARAH stand out, was the blueprints and the file cards. Courtesy of Larry Hama, who I guess had lots and lots of free time, and while he was waiting to work on his projects, said, I'll just make something up for each of these characters. And that was a brilliant idea, and it has made ARAH very endearing to a lot of people. Now the other piece that I have here, original price $5.95, sale price $4.47. And again, I like it when there's a price tag on there, because you can get a little history into the vehicle. And that is the Skyhawk, one-man VTOL, which of course means vertical takeoff and landing. And this box is also intact. Here is your flag point. 2 points! 2 points still there. And that looks like Airborne sitting in the cockpit there, although you can't see his face. And this was also a gift. Guess who's giving me all these generous gifts? Can you imagine?
No.
You don't know? Well, I'll tell people. It is the woman behind the camera gave me these. And again, this is not a sealed box, even though the box is intact. It is opened and played with condition. So I'll go ahead and pull this out. Get another little bag. Body of the vehicle. It's all in pieces, so it'll have to be assembled. I don't think there's any instructions with this one, though.
Yeah, it's in the bag.
Oh, it's in the bag? Oh, I see it. Okay. I missed that. I see. Oh, this looks like the original bag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and somebody... These instructions are a little worn, but that's alright.
But you got them.
Yeah, I got them. There's your Skyhawk instructions, and this vehicle was used prominently in the ARAH cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
They used this vehicle quite often in the original ARAH era cartoon. And of course, there it is, all in pieces. And it's a good thing I have the instructions so I can figure out how to put it together.
So G.I. Joe vehicles were more like model kits then
They
that you
were.
put together.
They were very much like model kits. And that's cool. You know, I liked that. And I used to spend a lot of time sitting there assembling the pieces. Because you know, when I would get my original G.I. Joe vehicles and such, you've got to put that stuff together yourself.
Mm-hmm.
See, like this. This one's not too bad. It's just a few little pieces. See, like that. And then little rear flaps. It's pretty simple. There's other more complicated pieces, like you saw the video where I put together the base.
Yeah, that headquarters.
The headquarters that's down here was all in pieces. And you sat there and filmed it while I assembled it.
Yeah. That was actually kind of fun watching you put it together.
Yeah, that was neat. It was cool. A lot of people liked that video, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to watch me put it together and, you know, get a little instruction, see if I can get these rockets to stick on here. Sometimes over time these rockets don't attach very well. But since this is a little more complicated than the other piece, and that's basically it.
Where's the blades?
What blades?
I thought it was a helicopter.
No.
Oh.
Vertical takeoff and landing. Basically, it's like one of those big drones like they make now that someone can actually sit in.
Mm-hmm.
So see the ARAH era technology creeping into real life here. Because they do have those now where you can do that. And it's a classic ARAH piece, and like you said, yeah, it is like a model kit, and that's why it came with the instructions. And the bigger the piece, the more complicated. When I was a kid, I was able to get the Rattler, which took a while. It was in 100 pieces, and then you got to put the stickers on. The sticker sheet is on there, and you follow the blueprints to see where the stickers go. And I thought it was kind of funny, actually, going back to the Dragonfly sitting here, the helicopter, which I showed before. And I had gotten that from Plastic Empire, and the guy in there had said that basically the same thing. It was like, I didn't realize these were like model kits, because they had bought a collection of G.I. Joe toys from somebody. Probably paid him like 5 cents on the dollar, but that's another story. Anyways, he said, yeah, I couldn't believe it's, you know, all the pieces. I sat there for 3 weeks putting these together because they were all in pieces. And I'm like, there's like 5 items here. It took you that long?
Well, he didn't know.
I couldn't imagine it taking 3 hours. But, you know, that's what happens when you have a button-pushing generation versus people that actually worked with their hands, or kids that work with their hands. But that's what I've got. The Skyhawk and the Cobra Adder, courtesy of LPH, my lovely wife, who gifted these to me.
It helped build up on the little collection you got going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a long way from where I was before I got ripped off, but it is what it is, you know, of bit by bit, as I say on the Star Wars journey videos. That's all you can really do now. I mean, stuff's gotten so expensive, it's crazy.
Yeah. You find it where you can, and you know, you talk to people, you make deals, you make offers, you buy lots, you bid on stuff, and you build slowly.
Yeah.
So anything else?
No, I guess that is it. Any thoughts, guys? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Are you enjoying this series? Please do give it a thumbs up. Check out some of the other videos if you have not. And if that's it, then what more?
Oh, I had one more question.
Uh-oh, what's that?
You know, Hasbro. Is it?
Oh, this gap right here? Yes, something needs to go right here.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Well, isn't it Hasbro that does G.I. Joe?
Yes.
And you know they got the they're doing the HasLab.
Mm-hmm.
What G.I. Joe either vehicle or playset you hope they come out with soon?
Well, they just got the rights to the O-rings back, and I saw that coming, and because of that, their anniversary stuff is starting to pile up on the shelves. We've seen a ton of it at Walmart now, and the classifieds. People have kind of lost interest, because they're like, O-rings are coming back. That's what people have been asking for forever. And they finally did it. And they came out with the Sky Striker project, and it's a decent project. It's a nice project. It's got the O-ring figures. They have a couple of figures that have never been done before. Unfortunately, they didn't make it to the last tier, which would have been 2 more figures that were never made. But it is what it is. I wasn't sure if the Sky Striker was the best choice. I did back one, but I wasn't sure if it was the best choice because Sky Striker's been done. Even their anniversary edition Sky Striker was kind of a peg warmer. But this one is like scaled perfectly to the figures, or it should be. So there's a lot going on with it. I would have liked to have seen them do something that had not been previously done before, though. Like one of the Cobra bases. I would like to see them do a base, especially a Cobra base, since they did more of the Joe's bases than they did for Cobra back in the day. Something along those lines.
Cobra had that island.
Cobra Island, yeah.
Yeah, that was in a volcano or something. When you look at it, it would look like a mountain. Then you fly over it and then down. I think it was a mountain, or it was a volcano or something. I remember that from the cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just wondered, you know, now that they got the HasLab up and running and they're doing bigger figures.
And they had the one that was like a castle with the Cobra heads.
Yeah.
And they also had the what was the name of it? The gun, the huge gun that Destro built. Oh, what was the name?
I know.
What was the name of that piece?
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about. I remember that episode. But now that they're doing, bigger pieces, and it's starting to look a lot better, and it's more for adults. I think they can do a lot more. I hope they come out with a flag and you get one.
That would be unbelievably expensive at this point.
Yeah, but it'd be nice.
Oh, I appreciate that.
No, but I just wondered that, and for the people too that are watching now that
what do you think?
HasLab is up and running, and they have G.I. Joe. What figure or playset or vehicle do you hope they make?
Because I'd like to see them do something that had not been done before, or the one with the explosive crystals, and they had these vehicles, these huge transport vehicles, something similar to the mobile headquarters. It looked a little like this. I can't remember specific names of episodes, but they've had a lot of vehicles and stuff that have just never been done. Or the underwater Cobra robots, the giant ones that had the Cobra heads. There's some options out there.
Yeah. Okay, but that's what I wanted to ask.
No problem. No, I was just teasing her because I got this gap here staring me in the face.
You could just push those those things over.
Oh yeah.
You making that hole. You don't have to do that.
It's getting bigger.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's getting wider because it wants a carded figure to be right there. Anyway, if that's it, then what more can I say? But thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.